Hey geeks, Jenny from Geek Queen. So today I want to talk to you about a new product that the platform has just launched that is really handy and will save you some money. They've actually now added the ability to link your Instagram into a photo gallery. So you can now create an Instagram feed on your website without having to have a third-party plugin. Now, I know that most of the plugins, they're not super expensive. They're kind of, $5 a month or $30 a year or something like that. However, traditionally, they are fraught with challenges. So I know you've all probably gone to a website before and you've seen there's supposed to be an Instagram feed there, and it says something on the lines of you need to refresh your account or something or other. Typically, what that is, it's a plugin, and the plugin actually needs permission to access Instagram again, and it just kind of doesn't work, and nobody knows. And I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm not constantly checking my Instagram feed on my website. So it's really easy for things like that to actually look really ugly because you haven't refreshed them, or the platform or the plugin needs to be refreshed or have access re-granted or something like that. So the fact that we can now do this really easily and through the platform without involving a third party is great. It's actually one of the things I'm really like about it. It seems really kind of simple, but from my perspective, for me constantly, every second Monday I have all my clients that have Instagram feeds. Every second Monday they're on my roster for me to log in and check and refresh if I need to. And that's so much time that I really don't need to spend. It's just because it's a third party plugin that I have to do it. So this is going to completely avoid all that, and it should work much better. So what you can actually see here is this is a section that I've added with this photo gallery. Now I'm actually using my Charge to Go feed because I've just completely cleaned out my Geek Queen because I've got some new templates and some new exciting stuff coming. So I've completely cleaned it out, gutted it, so there's nothing in there, so I'm starting afresh. So that's why I'm using Charge the Globe, because if I use my Geek Queen, obviously there'll be nothing there to show you. So this is a section, so you can either add these things as a section, or you can just add it, drag it on wherever you want it to be in a photo gallery, in your footer or something like that. So to begin with, I'm going to show you how to use the section. So it's really easy, so I'm just going to ignore this one. Oh, here's another one here I did. Let me just delete that one. Okay, so we know how to add a section. We come to the bottom on the little blue cross and click Add Section. Now, since they've released this capability, there's a new sections down the bottom. So these are all your different types of sections, and if we click down, you can see they've got a few at the bottom. So if you go all the way to the top, you can see it starts at intro, features, logos, text and image, all that kind of stuff. Now this doesn't scroll, so if you've got a scroll mouse button, it doesn't scroll. You have to actually click the arrows. So what we want to do is we want to go to the social section. So by default, I don't know if it's just because it's new or everyone likes it, but the Instagram feeds are all at the top here. Once you get further down, you have the option to add actual sections that have all your social media, but we're just interested in Instagram feeds at the moment. So the one I've actually got on my website, this one, is actually this feed here. You can kind of see, we're looking at it, that's what the feed is. I've just customized the button and what have you. So I'm going to do a different one. So let's do this one because this is multi-column, and this will show you what we can do. So we click on that, and it's going to add it in here. And then up the top, we've either got to save it, cancel, or add another. So I'm going to save. And here we are in the section. So as per anything else, you can edit anything. The row is just a row, so you can come in, edit design, and change the background color. Let's change the background color just for the sake of it. And you'll see here, these are 2 columns. This is how we do this. This is 2 columns. So because these are actually in the middle of the column, if I click kind of anywhere outside of here, what I'm actually doing then is entering the column design. So that's just, I could do the spacing and all sorts of stuff. This one is actually, let me show you. You can see that how that lines right up. So there's no padding in this column next door. So that's actually going to be really hard for me to select that column. It's going to just keep coming back to the row because the... Let's try it, not row. Okay, I'd have to actually delete that, which I will do at the end to select the column if you need be, but this takes up, this column has no padding, so there's no space around here for me to click outside this widget to actually get the column. So, but you can understand what I mean. So these are just social media icon widgets that is just dragged on. This is just text, and just text showing that a hashtag that, obviously this is all sunglasses hashtag that you'd use. So you might put your own hashtag there. Don't feel like you have to have a hashtag. You can just, that's just text. You can do whatever you want with it. But we're focusing on the Instagram feed here. So what this actually is a photo gallery that you can connect your Instagram feed to. So at the moment, it's just a photo gallery. You can see that's just kind of settings. So if I click in here, you can see photo gallery content. So it's a photo gallery. These are the images in here. What I tend to do is I tend to delete all these simply because if there's a loading challenge, like if someone has a challenge with the internet, it loads slowly. If it's going to Instagram to get your feed and it's loading slowly, it will show these background images here because they're kind of already in the platform before the Instagram feed, and I don't like that. So I'm going to delete them all and get rid of them. And then I'm going to connect to my Instagram. Now, I must mention one thing here. The biggest thing you have to do first is to make sure if you have been logged into Instagram on this browser where you're doing this work, make sure you're logged out first. Now, the reason this is going to be like this and not asking me to log in is because I've already done this today on the platform. I've already done, the one I just showed you, so I'm already kind of logged in via the platform. However, make sure that if you're logged into Instagram, you log out. Otherwise, it will just throw an error. So if it does that, just go to your browser, Instagram.com. You'll see you're logged in, log out, refresh, come back in here, refresh. But it may take kind of half an hour or so for you to be able for it to fully clear that off the browser settings. So if you do that and you log out and you come in and it still won't work, just leave it for a bit. Even just log out, do something else, come back in half an hour and you should be fine. It just depends how long your browser saves your cookies for. Okay, so I'm already, like I say, this is already recognizing me only because I already added a widget just half an hour ago to test it. Okay, so we're just going to click continue. If you haven't, it'll just ask you for your login info. So you just have to have your Instagram login info. And continue. Did I click that then? Yes, I did. Okay, and then just give it a second, and there we go. It's going to load your Instagram feed. So the same as any other thing here, we can actually come into our design and we can change how many images we see, how many rows, kind of whatever you like. Now, if you want this to be a full width, you would have to actually make the row full width. So it's not necessarily, this is filling up all the column, but it's the row you would have to change if you wanted it to be full width, which I will show you in a second. So the same as any other photo gallery, you can just, change how it looks, it feels, everything like that. Now, the one thing I do want to show you is here. This show image captions. Okay, so if you click that, it doesn't seem to do anything, but when you hover, it shows you the caption, which is really ugly. So, up to you if you do that, but I wouldn't, because it really does not look good. So as it is now, anywhere here, if people click, it's just going to take them through to your Instagram feed. It's going to get that from your link here. So that's it. That's it. We're done. It's done. How easy is that? It's very simple. Now, if you wanted to, actually, I'll just show you the full row. So I'm just going to get rid of these. And, oops, sorry. Get rid of this extra column. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to go full bleed row. Now you'll see what happens now is actually just fills that space. So what you probably want to do is come in here and just change this to, let's go 6. And it would just go all the way across, okay? And it's never too late to get your shit together, apparently. Sorry about that. This is my Charge the Globe feed, so this is the type of people that follow me. So yeah, it's very real. So anyway, so that's what you can do. So if you want it to be full width, that's what you can do. Now, of course, you could just add. Oh, sorry, I'm just going to scroll up and show you. It's easier. You can add, that's just like a heading, and I've put my Instagram handle in there. This is just a thing because I'll put a link to this so you can see what it looks like. So that's just telling you that why it doesn't look like Geek Queen. This button is if people click on that, it will take them to Instagram. So you can add all sorts of things. These are just, so this is just a photo gallery, and these are just other widgets around it. So you can see super, super easy. So let's just go back to here. Turn off the full bleed, and then I'm going to come in here and change this back to 3 because that kind of looks a bit better. Okay, so totally up to you how you lay it out, but that's it. That's the sole extent of doing it. So the biggest things to remember is make sure that you're logged out of Instagram on your browser. You don't have to be logged out on your phone or anything like that, but on this browser, if you've ever logged into Instagram, go to Instagram, log out, and then do it, and you'll be fine.